Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout for Hip Kit Club. Today is main kit only Thursday, so that means that the design team, all the layouts made by the design team today used to use the main kit only. Obviously we have a lot of subscribers who only get the main kit rather than the extra bits and pieces as well, so it's great for you guys to see what we do just using the main kit rather than all the products. In addition to sticking to just the main kit only, design team were given an extra challenge to use a recipe to only use 5 papers, 1 alpha, 1 embellishment pack, and a white background. So, limiting supplies for me always causes me headaches because I love all the things and I want to use all the things. So the main kit only was limited anyway, and now it's limited further by limiting us to just 1 pack of embellishments and 1 alpha, as well as 5 papers. So anyway, papers is brilliant. So we've got 5 papers there that we can use. So I picked out 5, and I thought, well, what can I do with these to make beautiful things on my layout? And I was totally inspired by Sophie Delorme recently, who did the sketch challenge with layered hearts. And I thought how lovely it would be to make some layered hearts out of the 5 pattern papers that I have chosen to work with today. So I got my manual die cutting machine out, my Big Shot metal dies, and I cut 4 hearts in different sizes, and I did them in 3 different colours. So I chose 3 papers to go with, and I did 4 hearts in each paper. I'm trying to figure out whether I should layer them in separate colours or if I should layer them in different colours. So I'm just experimenting here, but in the end I decided to go for the same colours. So yeah, it looks, I love these hearts. I've always loved layered hearts. They always really appeal to me. I always love them. I saw them, I haven't done them for a while, and I saw Sophie's layout and her layered hearts on her sketch, and I thought, oh, that's gorgeous. So when I was faced with this challenge of using 5 pattern papers and only 1 embellishment pack, I was like, right, what can I do with my papers? So layered hearts seemed a great solution. Because now I feel like I've got plenty of colour and interest on my layout without overcrowding it. So this is nice. Right, so I have my hearts. I've layered them up. I'm going to stitch them, but I just want to figure out the configuration first. I'm trying all different things here. You can see they've been in every different configuration. But in the end, I go back to how I originally had them, which was kind of a vertical design, but kind of offset a bit. And that way I have a space there for my photos. So I decided that I'm going to go with that. And I've gone from light to dark. So I've got the really light pink at the top, and then I've got the stripy colours in the middle, and the pink, darker pink at the bottom. So I'm layering those up. Now, the keen eyes of you among you may notice that on my top heart, my pink one of my hearts slipped when I cut it in the die cutting machine. So I have this heart that has a straight edge on the right hand side. That means that I need to cleverly somehow cover that up. I could have just recut it, but that would have meant cutting another whole strip of that paper, and I wanted to preserve as much of it as possible because I love it. I didn't, and I just figured, well, I'll try and cover that up. So I do manage it a bit later on. So yeah, but that's constantly why I'm constantly up in that area thinking about what I'm going to do there. So that's 1, 2, 3 pattern papers used. Number 4 going on now, which is mounting my photos. So I've got 2 Snapchat photos from Easter, and we are just being, Easter bunnies, really. There's grass and eggs, and we've got floral bunny ears on, so they're great fun. I've mounted those onto one of the Maggie Holmes pattern papers with all the flowers on. So that's paper number 4 on the layout. And I'm planning to fussy cut some pieces from that paper, some flowers from that paper as well. So these are going on now. So I'll just skip forward a little bit, and I have stitched through. I stuck my hearts in place, and then I've stitched through them on my sewing machine. So they are just through the middle section. So from that pattern paper that I used to mount the photos with, I fussy cut some flowers, and I have just tucked those into the heart layers and around. So I've got one big spray which is going at the top, which perfectly covers up my straight edge on my heart. So that's that problem sorted. And then I've got some coming out to the left of the middle heart and some at the bottom heart as well. So these 3 areas will kind of form my embellishment clusters. So this is paper number 5 now, and it's that paper with all like the tickets and pieces on it. So I just cut a whole bunch of those out, and I figured that I would be able to tuck them in, use them as embellishments, use them as layers, and that's what I've done. So to the right of my photo, I've put 2 in. So I've pulled out some of the darker green because I've got dark green leaves, fussy cut from the Maggie Holmes paper. So I thought I'd bring in a bit more of the dark green. So I've got 2 layers of that to the right of my photo. And I've got the yellow and pink striped ticket at the bottom. So yeah, so I've managed to get that's paper number 5 ticked, done it. So now I'm just going to go around and stick everything in place. So now I can stop worrying about using my pattern papers because I've used them all. I've got 5 papers on my page. And now I can worry about embellishing. So only 1 pack of embellishments. Well, this feels criminal to me. We have all these lovely things. I'm not allowed to use them. But it's always an interesting challenge because of course you only need 1 pack of embellishments to embellish a layout. It's only 1 layout, and you don't have to have 9 different packs of embellishments. You can just use 1 and have plenty. So this is a fun challenge, really, even though I was a bit upset about it at the beginning. Okay, so I've chosen to use the Bunnies and Blooms chipboard sheet. I love these chipboard accents. They're really cute. I've been in love with the Bunnies and Blooms collection ever since I saw it released. So I've made loads of layouts with it. So this is fun to use. So I've pulled it in a chipboard bunny at the top there and a carrot. I've got a yellow and green butterfly. I've got a rainbow. At the bottom I've got a bird. I've got a heart. I've got a daffodil flower. I've got a little phrase that says "Hey Bunny," and a bow. So loads and loads of things. The chipboards don't always stay stuck particularly well. I just find that chipboards in general are just they're just tricky to get in place because they are not flexible because they're solid. When you move a layout which is flexible, often those chipboard pieces just ping off. So to get around that, I quite often sew them in place, but because I have so many going on here, I didn't think that machine stitching them would look right. If I was going through like a whole row, that would be fine, but because I've got so many different little embellishments all over the place, that wouldn't have worked. So I just reached for my glossy accents. Alternatively, a glue gun would work, and then they should, in theory, not move after being stuck down with the glossy. Okay, so coming in with my title now. So obviously I have my 1 alpha set to use up now. That's the only thing that I haven't used yet. So here I'm coming in with the Maggie Holmes Garden Party Thickers in black, and I'm going for the title Hoppy Times because of course we are bunnies and it's Easter. But I wasn't happy with that big block font down the bottom, all in the 2 words together. It just looked a bit too much. So I decided to separate them out and have Times underneath the photo and Hoppy over there on the left, the other side of the photos, and on the layered heart. So that's worked pretty well. I'm going to have to glue those in place as well because, again, they are going to ping off at some point, especially on that layered heart where I've got quite a bit going on. But so I will stick those down with glossy accents in a moment. And I'm just finishing off with some splatters of pink paint. Now, strictly speaking, I probably wasn't allowed to do that, but I did it anyway. So we've all got pink, you could use the watercolours or anything. Okay, so that's me done. I hope you have enjoyed this layout. I really love how it turned out. It was great fun to make, and even with a limited recipe, it was fine. Don't forget that as a Hip Kit Club subscriber, you get the main kit at a reduced price, 15% discount off all add-on kits, and you get access to exclusive subscriber cut files. So lots of reasons to subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. That was Nikki Rowland for Hip Kit Club.